Well, hello, this is Madeline from Madeline's Craft Room, and I'm excited tonight to show you one of the new products in the annual 2022-23 Annual Catalog, the Willow Tree. And I actually just got the dies today, but I have been playing with this stamp set, and oh my, the variety of things that you can do with this willow tree. You're going to see, I'm going to make 2 cards tonight, but I have a total of 4 cards to show you, and just different ways to be able to use the stamp set. And then I had a little bit of time today to play with some of the dies, and so we're going to look at that tonight too. But look at this big die. Woo! That is just amazing. And we'll look at some possibilities with that. So for now, we are going to just use this one. And here I'll show you in the catalog. This is the Willow Tree. It's on page 110. And here are some of the samples that Stampin' Up! Did for us as well. So always great to be able to have ideas. There's not too many out there on the Willow Tree right now. And this is the card we are actually going to make together. Can you see the shine? We're going to use clear embossing powder. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to make this background. And so I am using the garden green as our base. And then I am using, of course, this one here. I'll go back to this. You can see here's the tree, and then this is where the tree will fit inside with these leaves here. So in this case, I am just going to use part, or the other thing you could do is you could take this piece. Actually, maybe we will, yeah, we could just use that one. That might make it easier. You could do either. So I'm going to use garden green. Oh, we have somebody else joining us. I'm going to use the garden green ink. And what we're going to do here, it's Carol King. Hello. Yes, the cute bunny. And so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to flip-flop. So I'm going to take this stamp. Oh, and I guess we better have a back, because I'm going to get trees all over. Oh, what happened there? Let's get a different one here. Okay. So we're going to take this, and you see how the images go, the branches are going up in this case. So for the bottom, we are going to just put a very small part of the leaves on the bottom, because we want, and I've lost my card again. Okay. How I've lost my card. Oh, it's under this step. So we want to stamp, so we have some here that the branches are going down, and then these ones are going up. So we want to be able to, you don't have to line it up exactly, but just approximate. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip this around. And remember, we're not doing it on this side. We're only working on this side, the front of our card. And we're going to stamp this a few times. If you did use the other stamp, you would have to do some masking. So in this case, we are going to overlap it a little bit. There we go. All right. So now, turn it the right way. This is part of our card for the front. And you will see, for the envelope, I also did the branches, as you can see there. And then this piece, you need to have a piece of soft suede with the white. And you can see how we have just a little bit of a border. Oh, there's Joanne too. Hello, Joanne. There's a little bit of a border here on the top and a little border here on the bottom. And that's what we're going to use here for our card. Now, if you want a little bit more to show, you can just trim a little bit off. But this is what we are going to do here now with the tree. We are going to use soft suede, and I have lost my large here it is, my large stamp. It's a fairly large tree, so we're going to stamp this up with soft suede ink. And we're going to, I find that some of the bigger stamps, it's easier to put the ink to the stamp. And we want to be able to have this, of course, approximately centered and down. Just let it soak in for a minute and lift. And then we have to act fast. So because we're using the stamp pad and I'm wanting to emboss this, we have to put the powder on really quickly. Now when you're using Versamark is also a little bit more of a craft ink and it's softer. Oh, I forgot to use the embossing, buddy. Silly me. Forgot we've got it back. So excited. And then of course here's the brush that if you have a little bit, you can, I wonder if that's ink. Must have been ink. I must have smeared some ink on there. Oh well, we'll work with this. Okay, so now we're going to preheat our heat gun. And we are going to just let it heat up a bit. And then we're going to start in one corner and work our way. Is it working? Looks like it didn't stick. Is it not hot enough yet? Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Okay, so now we're going to preheat that, turn it off, and now we're going to do the same thing with the tree. So now I'm going to take Garden Green. Now again, you could use whatever color, but this particular stamp, it's all one, and so that you can see how you can see the branches through that. So I'm going to try to stand up so I can see a little better where I'm going. So you look over and you should be able to see the branches and down. Just like that. Okay, lift, and there you have the leaves. Isn't that pretty? Oh, quick, quick. No daydreaming, Madeline. Quick. Powder on. I was thinking a minute ago that for our next card, but this is the one we want to have embossing powder, so we need the powder on there. Okay, some of that's already dried. Yep, you got to do it quick. All right, heat the gun again and use the tweezers so that we don't burn our fingers. That's a good idea. Heat it again. Okay, so we're going to start it on one side, and then as we move around, slowly, we're going to get the other pieces in there. Oh, shiny. Can you see it shining? So beautiful. Okay, so there we have our embossing. And I better move my tree before I put my finger in it. Okay, close up the stamp pads. Okay, and now it's actually really simple because now all we're going to do is turn this over and we are going to put some adhesive on the back of this white mat. And if you're looking for the instructions of how to do this card, it is on my blog at madelinescraftroom.net. And I have all the details of what you need to make this card. So there we go. Oh, and there's Rondi. Hello, Rondi. There she is. All right, so now we're going to put some glue So I'm going to start doing that when I make my cards for the live. Hi there, Rondi, saying hi to everybody. When I make my cards for the live, I will do at least one of the cards. I will have the instructions and recipe for the card so that you will have that. Sliding away on me here. Okay, so now we have this, just like that. And there is the one card. Now, inside the card, I did put the leaves just like I did the envelope. So there we have this card. And I'm going to show you some other things that you can do. So when you're looking at this tree here, the willow tree, I was making another card, and with this particular one, I again stamped the tree and I did the green branches, and then I also did some blending of some blue and of course the green, and then I put the shadow underneath the tree, and of course with the cute adorable little bunnies. And then inside, what did I do? Put the bunnies. Yep, my favorite, willow trees and bunnies. So we're going to put the bunnies in there for a minute. And this particular one, it depends how you like to stamp your tree. It has quite a different effect, as you can see here, versus here. What I did is I took the stamp in one of the colors. So in this case, I used Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz. And I went down and lifted, and then I went just a little bit off, and then I went to Pear Pizzazz and went a little bit again on a different side, and then again. And it just adds a little bit more variation in colors to the leaves, and but a lovely willow tree it becomes. Okay, now I wanted to show you the next card that we're going to do. And great idea, you like that. And look at this one. I said I want the look from this new die. So where did we put the die? So these are all the dies. So as you can see here, this cuts out this particular one here, and this one cuts out this one, and of course we can cut out the tree. And what did I do with, oh, here, before I get to this one, I want to show you some of these parts. So here we have the stamped images. So here you could take your tree and you could put the tree onto your stamped image, and then you could cut out a few of these and you can build your tree in whatever way you like. Now in this case I used all one color of ink, but remember you can also take sponges with different color and you can put them on all the different leaves, and then you would have assorted colors on there as well. So a lot of variety of different ways that you can do it. They also have these dies, which I think was very smart of them. They did these dies that cut out these leaves. And look, they've got 2 large ones, 2 medium size, and 2 small. So that makes it really nice when you're trying to cut out some branches, because you've got multiple branches. And of course, here you can stamp the bunnies or you can cut out the bunnies. So this would be what they would look like if you stamped and used the die cut to cut them out. Now, this card that we're going to make here together, I have used the large die. So this great enormous die that we have here, and look at the variety of things that you can do with that. And I just remember sitting under the willow tree. It's so peaceful. Just love the shade and just the look of the willow tree above you. So I decided I would make this look like this with, of course, my favorite, the bunnies underneath and a relax. So I'm going to show you how we can do that card. So we're going to start here. Most of the pieces I have already cut. So this one I cut out of the old olive, and this one I cut out the pear pizzazz. And I thought I had one more. Yep, there it is. And then this is the other half, because when I used this card, you can see how it has enough for one, but there's still room for a little more. So what I did is then I just cut out two, and then now I have a little bit more for this side. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with our background first. In this case, the other card, here's our bunny. The other card I actually did after, but this particular one I did first. So I'm using some balmy blue, and I am just going to apply some color to my blending brush and stamp off. Oops, I better make sure those guys are out of the way. I don't need to have that as part of my background. Okay, and start off and then move in really slowly so you don't get big blue blotches. I'll move this up a little bit more. So we want to get some blue. You won't see too much blue, but you definitely want to have some blue near the top because it will peek through at certain spots. So just go around. I find that it works the best doing little circles. And I'm going to put this here so you can kind of see what we're doing. So you can see we got to go down a little bit more with the blue. And so 3D. Yes. Isn't it ever cool? So in this situation with this card, we're actually using almost all the dies. We're not stamping in this one, other than you can see I did stamp some grass. And when I stamped the grass, that was the only bit of the stamp set that we used. Other than, and I'll show you where we got the relax. I just wanted some relaxing words, so there we go. I think that's good. Now I'm going to take my green, and I'm going to use pear pizzazz. I don't want to go too dark, so I'm going to take the pear pizzazz, stamp off, and then go into my card. So we're going to go all the way along the bottom. And it's okay to go over the blue a little bit and have the two blend. I don't have a horizon line in this, but it just kind of fades off to the distance. So I think that is good. Okay, now we can close. Well, no, we can keep hair. Oop, and I just stuck my finger in the ink. See, my famous trick. All right. So now we're going to take the grass, which, did I have it put back? I did put it back. So I'll have to take off my bunnies here. Those bunnies are so cute. Anybody knows me, I'm a bunny lover. I love my bunnies. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take some grass and do one step and then two step. And just kind of randomly, no particular order. And might even do 3, maybe even 3 here. 1, 2. Vicky! Hello, Vicky! Yeah, that's good. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Okay, we're going to start off with that. We can always add some more grass later if we need it. But now we are going to build with our big, beautiful dies. And I'm going to take this off here now so you can see a little more clearly what I'm doing. And I can see I didn't punch out using my brush. So we got to poke a few holes. But I'm finding that this large die, they do cut out really nice. Sometimes the large dies, you have some areas that cut out and others that don't want to, but not this one at all. These ones, as you can see, they're punching out really easy. But you can see how delicate this is here, that it could really bend and tear off. Now, the good part is that's a nice, easy place to make a cut. So like what we're going to do here, we don't need the whole piece on the second one, and that way it's nice and easy to just take off. So I am just going to slide that over there. And in this case, I took my light and did my light first, and then I took my dark over. So as I'm punching this out, you tell me, can you see how I have the dark over top of the Pear Pizzazz? Should we do that, or should we do the Pear Pizzazz on top of the Old Olive? So the light on top of the dark. Let's get your vote. What do you think looks better? Or do you want to try something different? Okay, we're almost there. Anybody comment yet? Rhonda, pear over olive, light on top of dark. I like the light on the bottom. I think that's two for the light on the top. So Carol likes it the way that I did it here. All right, well, let's be different and do the vote that wins for the Pear Pizzazz on the top. Oops, we got one little spot here. Now, as you can see, this is way too big, but we are going to trim some of that off. And so when I did do the gluing, sigh, you didn't win that time. But you know what, Carol? Did you notice you won the draw, the monthly draw again? Ay, ay, ay. You're commenting lots and you're getting entered in the draw. So there's some good news. So as you can see, I am not putting it at the tips of these leaves. I did, yes. So I want some movement. As you can see here, the leaves can have an opportunity to lift up and curl a bit. And in this case, that's what I want. So I am just going to kind of put this down like this. And don't worry about it sticking out the end, because that's what we want. And somehow oh, here we go. I've lost my leaves again. And so here you could choose if you want the smaller branches or if you want the bigger. What do we want? I think we're going to go with bigger. So we only want this part to be glued. You needed something good this morning. Okay. Well, there we go. Winning a prize is always good. Now there's 2 prize boxes, as you know, Carol. So you get lots of choices of what to choose from. Yes, and you're going to have a hard time choosing, aren't you? That's what everybody has trouble with. Too many goodies to choose from. Yes, so anytime anybody makes a comment on any of my lives or on any of my photos on my groups or on my Madeline's Craft Room page, you get entered in the draw. And then you also get entered in the draw if you place an order or if you attend a class, virtual or in person. You get another draw. And if you would bring a friend to me, what else is it? I think that's it. And yeah, and then you get entered in the draw. And I do 2 draws because my stamp club, you guys are very busy and very involved. And I didn't want you guys always winning over everybody else. So you get your own draw. Yoo-hoo! And then I do that for everyone else. You get entered into the draw. So how exciting. And then I give the results always in my monthly newsletter. So there we can see the difference. So that's the dark on the light, and that's the light on the dark. But don't worry, this looks ugly. We're going to fix that. So we're going to turn it around so we can see what we're doing here. And we're going to snip all the way along the side of the card, and by turning it upside down, then you get to see it really easily where we need to snip. Looks great both ways. Okay, Carol's okay with it both ways. Good job. Yeah, actually it does look good either way. Oops, I snipped a little too much. Okay, we're going to move that all over there. And now we have our background. Look at that. And this is where I used, well, actually, do we want to switch it? Or does that look okay? Actually, I think it looks okay. So there we're going to mount it now on top of our, I'm using Old Olive card base. So we're going to put this one on here. But doesn't that look peaceful? Can you imagine yourself sitting under that willow tree in the shade and just watching the bunnies and the butterflies? I certainly can visualize that. All right, now we want this. Somewhere I had a paper. Old Olive. And it's disappeared. Come on. Oh, right here. Too many layers around me here. Okay. So in this case, I used our terrific oval punch. And I'm doing the big one, the big scalloped one with the green. And then I am doing the little, so this is going to mean I make both, which is okay, because then need carrots for the bunny. Have to steal the carrots from the snowman one, I think, Leanne. Huh? I think there's carrots on that new one. I'm going to have to check. Okay, actually, let's turn that over. How did I get the word relax? Well, I went to True. See it here? But I didn't want all these other words. I only wanted relax to fit on top of there. So I have my black Stampin' Up! Writer. And where's my stamp? And so because I only want the one word, I am just going to ink up the word relax. So we're going to do this on here. Now you could mask it, and you could then use your Memento, black Memento ink, but I'm going to use the marker. Give it a huff. Whoops. And can't see what I'm doing. And down. And there's our word, relax. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put this on here. Yes, I hope that this summer you've all had a chance to relax in some form or another. Oh, here's my snowman one, and look what I see. Oh, you guys might be in luck. Somebody was feeding the bunnies, I think. Let's have a look. We're going to turn this over. And let's see. I'm going to put a total of 4 on there. Okay, now I've lost my garbage can somewhere. Now, because I did the smaller branches, what am I going to do now? But you know, I think we could put that on the pear pizzazz. That's another idea, because now it's the lighter. How about we put our relax up in the tree, and then that means we have room. Uh-oh, I'm losing a bunny. I've lost a bunny. Where's the bunny? Which way does he go? This way. That was, I'm using the smoky slate paper. And the other thing that I did, because I thought I'd like to put some embellishments, but I thought, well, I don't want to put just sparkle on this one. I wanted to put some butterflies. So I found my beautiful brass butterflies. And I think I'm going to put again one on my relax. And then I'm going to put, let's see, where are we going to put one? Put one here and one over here. And now we're going to put our little bunnies. Now for the little bunny, he is pretty small, so we need to have the mini dimensionals. Got to figure out which one is backwards. The nice thing about what they've done with these bunnies is they have made them so that they can look at each other. Isn't that cute? How adorable. They're not looking off in different directions. They're looking at each other. So where are we going to put him? Like that. He's turning sideways. So there we go. So they're both a little bit different. And you can see by just the way we use the last piece here, it takes a different look on how you do the willow tree. But I think both look very nice that way. You like the butterflies? Yeah, it definitely suits this card, doesn't it? Absolutely. So there is that card. And I have one more to show you. And that is my take on the bunnies as well. So in this stamp set, which I have now lost, here we go. You can see that they have a stamp of a little branch, a bigger, little bit bigger, and then a little bit bigger. And then of course the grass. And so what I did here is I took this one, which is kind of curved, and I made it go in a circle. And yes, I did eyeball it, but I'm going to tell you what I also did to kind of help me is I took the bigger round circle and I had it in there, and I just used it as a guide then and stamped it around. And then I used our stylish shapes for the square, did a mat with the granny green apple. And again here, I took the same stamp, but then I turned it around so that we had the branches going alternating. So I think that turned out really well. Now this one here is the new ribbon that, oh boy, I forgot where it is. Which one is it? I think it's in the Annual Catalogue. So yes, the Soft Seafoam ribbon. And I wanted a little bit more sparkle. So do you know what I did? I did something different. I used the soft seafoam and I put it on top of, and now I can't find that page. Here it is, ribbon, right here. See this sparkly white ribbon? That, and Winkostella. You think Winkostella? Yes, you could definitely do Winkostella. But that's what I did, is I put this piece in the back on top of this, so they have a little variation of the green. And you see how it sparkles? But yes, you could definitely use some Winkostella in there. And look at these flower embellishments. Aren't they cute? And that granny apple green, they just look some like little glossy. They're so cute. So there we go. And then inside I just put the bunnies again. So there we have the cards that I've been busy making. So we've got underneath the willow tree, and we've got the willow tree, and I had one more somewhere and I've lost it. The bunnies. Here we go. Here's the bunnies. So there we go. Tell me which one is your favorite. And there we go. Now we can see, I think, all of them. Tell me which one you like. And yes, you'll be seeing more because I do enjoy this set. And this is just the beginning. Oh, I forgot. The snowman. We had some carrots. Let's see if we could put some carrots here. Do they need some carrots? Oh, are they ever cute? They're tiny. These guys are from the willow with the bunnies. This one? Yes, it's very realistic looking, isn't it, Vicky? Bottom left. Oh, everybody's liking this one. Okay. And then here, you can put some snowman carrots from the new snowman set. They're slipping all over, but you could glue them on there as well. And then they have their breakfast. One in their mouth. We should put one in their mouth. I don't know if it's going to coordinate with my finger. There we go. That works with the carrots. Yeah. You got to have a little fun with the bunnies. So there we go. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. And I don't know yet what I'm going to do next week, but you'll see me next Friday. And I will have more cards to share with you and make with you and create with you. So thanks for joining me. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their summer. Take care now. Bye-bye.